Hi everyone, I'm Mark from Travel Shorts. This is my daughter Holly, and welcome to the 13th day of our China adventure. We have just left our hotel, which is behind us here, the Park Inn by Universal Studios Beijing. We're now going to head to the nearest subway station, which is about a 3 or 4 minute walk away, then go on the train, which is going to be almost 1 hour to get into the very center of Beijing. Holly just asked me how long, is it really an hour? I said, yeah, it's actually going to be 54 minutes, so I'm going to class that as an hour. Quite sunny today, as you probably just noticed then as we turn the corner. It's going to be a very warm day in Beijing. Even though it's mid-April, temperatures are predicted to go up to 26 degrees. The plan is today to see a number of the highlights of Beijing, such as the Forbidden Cities, Summer Palace, etc., as well as hopefully getting time to have some Peking Duck or roast duck in Quan Jude, which is probably the most popular roast duck restaurant in Beijing. But first, we're going to a shopping mall very quickly to have a look for some Jellycats for Holly. You can only get certain Jellycats, exclusive Jellycats, in China. In Chengdu, we saw one of them. We're hoping they have the one that Holly really wants at this shopping mall, very close to Qianmen Square. So Qianmen Square is where we're doing our official start of our tourist activities today. But we're just going to pop to that shopping mall first, just to have a look for a Jellycat. And we're at the subway station already. Just going to be getting our tickets now. We're going to be going on line 4 and we're going to be stopping. Our last stop is going to be a place called Zidan. So let's have a look for Zidan on here. There. And we want 2 people. It's going to be 12 yuan. I'm going to pay with Alipay, which means I'm going to scan a QR code now to pay. So just going to scan that. I'm just going to authorize this payment in the Alipay app. So 12 yuan, putting in my PIN code. So this is about £1.30 for 2 tickets. There we go. And the tickets come out here. And these are our tickets. So we are going to head down to line 7. We're going to ride line 7 for about 20 stops, then change to line 4. And we want to go to the left-hand side towards Beijing West Railway Station. And this is the route we're going to be taking this morning. Line 7 all the way to Kaishikao. Then we're going to change onto line 4 for just 2 stops to Zidan. We have made it onto the subway train. We're going to be riding this train for 22 stops, get off, and then ride the next one on line 4 for 2 stops. And I imagine it'll get a lot busier the further we go up the line because it is just gone 9 o'clock, so it's going to probably be rush hour. So we've arrived at this station. We're now going to transfer to line 4 and get our next train just for 2 stops. Just missed it, but it looked really, really full. I'm a bit worried what's going to be like when we get on. We have arrived at Zidan station. This is where we're terminating our journey on the subway this morning. We're going to scan our cards to get out and go to the Joy City shopping mall to look for some Jellycats for Holly. So I think that the Joy City shopping mall is this building right in front of us here. And there is the Joy City shopping mall. I really hope we can find this Jellycat store really quickly. Then we can head on to our first attraction, which is going to be the Forbidden City and Tiananmen Square. Holly has spotted the Jellycat store. She's sped up. She's outpacing me now. Let's hope, fingers crossed, they have the JellyCats that she wants. Unfortunately, they had none of the exclusive, China exclusive JellyCats. Holly's a little bit upset. Now, we do have a list of other malls, but they will have to wait till the end of the day. We're now going to start doing some touristy things, starting with heading over to Tiananmen Square. So we have come out of that mall. I've ordered ourselves a taxi, a Didi, to take us to where we're going to be starting our tour by Tiananmen Square. We have just been dropped off. We're now going to walk over to where we are going to be meeting this group tour. Everybody's taking photographs of that building behind me there. I don't actually know what it is. So if you know what it is, leave a comment down below. Now, ideally, I wouldn't have liked to do a group tour of the Forbidden City in Tiananmen Square. I would have much rather do it independently. But if you've seen the video 2 days back, we hadn't actually planned to come to Beijing. It was a very last-minute decision after we finished a 10-day tour of Chengdu. So, and unfortunately, if you do want to get tickets directly for the Forbidden City, you need to do it 7 days in advance, otherwise they're likely to sell out. And when I came to get tickets 4 days ago, they had all gone, unfortunately, for today. So the only options to get into the Forbidden City was to do a group tour, which is what we're doing now. The Get Your Guide ones, which is my preference, that actually sold out. But Klook still had some available, very last minute. So this tour around the Forbidden City in Tiananmen Square, I booked with Klook. If you are interested in booking with Klook, I will leave a link in the description to this tour that we're going on now. I'll also leave a QR code on the screen here. Scan that, you go directly to Klook's website to book this tour. I also have, if you're really interested, a promotional code with Klook called travelshorts Klook. So if you do book with them and use travelshorts Klook, you will get a discount off your purchase with them. Anyway, we're due to meet the tour over by there. I think I can see the group leader's flag now. It's a blue flag.
And from here, we need to walk about 10 minutes to the security check of Qianmen Square. Yeah. Okay. So let's go.
This is the regular security check to get in Tiananmen Square. We're going through the group security check. We need to jump that line.
Let's start from this building, this full building. And if you come here, the meeting point.
The building behind us over here is called Qianmen Gate. It's one of the ancient gates of Beijing. Where we met the guide earlier was just over the road in that direction. So it's taken us quite a while to actually get over here just due to security. You have to show your passport, a bit like everywhere in China actually. You have to show your passport and then your bag is then searched. I'll be honest, this time, my bag wasn't searched half as much as it was last time we came to Beijing in the Forbidden City and Tiananmen Square. Last time they went through every single little thing in my bag, and I used to carry a GPS tracker with us so I could map out our journey when I got home. They were really interested in that, and I mean really interested. They were going to confiscate it, or even I don't know what they were going to do, but they've got to take it away from me. In the end, one of the guards suggested, is it a Wi-Fi, so like a pocket Wi-Fi device? So I said yes, and then I was able to keep it. And we're getting a closer look at Qianmen Gate here. And then behind us there, we've got some statues as well. We'll get a closer look at that now. Also, because we are on this group, it might be quite difficult for me to vlog to the camera all the time as well, because I'll be honest, I'm a bit self-conscious talking to the camera when within a group of people. But I will try to do the best that I can speaking to you guys. And I'll also try and film the guide a bit as well, although can't really hear her, I think, in person because we've got earpieces on. today. So we're hearing her through these. That building we just saw there with the statues outside, that's actually Chairman Mao's mausoleum. You can actually go in and see him, a bit like Lenin in Moscow, but it's currently closed for renovation at the moment. Now that's one way to carry the bins out. All this area we're in here is Tiananmen Square. At 44,000 square meters, it is the largest city square in the world. The buildings, each side of it, this side and this side, are all government buildings. I've just found out that building that we saw earlier today, just as we got out the taxi, is the Hall of the People. And obviously, I don't have to tell you this, but Tiananmen Square isn't just for tourists. This is the center of government for the whole of China. And we are approaching probably the most iconic building here in Tiananmen Square. We've got Chairman Mao's portrait over there, leading into the Forbidden City. We're now in the very center of Tiananmen Square. This monument here is the monument to the people's hero. We've also got more political buildings over behind it there. And the main building, obviously, here is over there, which is the entrance to the Forbidden City, but it has also got that portrait of Chairman Mao. Behind us here, that's Chairman Mao's mausoleum, which we saw from the other side with those statues just a few moments ago. We've just been given a few minutes to actually take photographs here in the center of Tiananmen Square. So that's what me and Holly have been doing. Holly's got her sunglasses on now because this sun is very strong. I think it's due to be either 26 or 27 degrees today. So it's going to be a pretty warm one. So we've come as far as we can go this side of the road. You can see the gates to the Forbidden City behind us with Mao Zedong or Chairman Mao behind us. We're now going to go under the ground and come out that side of the road to get a closer look and head into the Forbidden City. So that was the end of the Tiananmen Square part of this tour. We're now about to enter the Forbidden City, or the Palace Museum as it's otherwise known.
Qianmen Street and Forbidden City. All the important notices all follow this one. All built on this road. This is a square in front of the gate. And in ancient time, you can take a guess what's the function, what emperor is going to do here. Use this square.
Behind me here is the main entrance to get into the Forbidden City. You can see there's 3 gates. 1, 2, 3. The center gate was reserved for the emperor only. The left-hand gate was for royalty, so princes, etc. And the gate over there was limited to just high-ranking officials. And we are going to be entering via the Emperor's Gate now.
So you can see this is a map of Forbidden City, and we just passed through this gate. So we are about here. Okay. The moat is here, and this is another gate. And the size of Forbidden City is 700 hectares. That's equivalent to over 100 football fields. stories came out from the timbers. They're all made of very valuable timbers, different kinds of material. Even later, we go to the main palace. You can see the combinations in the main palace. In the front is a throne, the throne of emperor, and behind is a screen. And the only difference is in the main palace. It's a bit hissing with a layer of gold. It's more fancy, more fancy than this.
That first room we've just visited there showcased a number of real furniture. Oh, something's coming behind us. Showcased a number of real furniture from the emperor times. There were some thrones. There was some, I guess you've got to call it, the first one we saw were very ornate deck chairs because they folded up and went on hunting parties with the emperor and his family. And then finally, they had the actual furniture that was used in a really famous painting of one of the emperors. Very interesting. We're now going to go back into the main part of the Forbidden City. So you may think that's a moat bridge. No, it's actually part of the drainage system here in the Forbidden City. Apparently the north side is 2 meters higher than the south side, causing all the rainwater to drain in this direction. And in all the years that the Forbidden City has been here, it has never flooded once, we've just been told. Behind us, just by here, now we come into this courtyard, is the Hall of Supreme Harmony. It's probably the most recognized building here at the Forbidden City, and also the most important as well. Going up in front of by the stairs there, we'll probably have a look closer when we get closer. But there's one piece of stone which has been carved, and it was actually brought here in the winter so it could be rolled on ice all the way here. But yeah, all the way up those stairs is one piece of carved stone. Quite rough the ground here, isn't it, Holly? So you might notice that this ground that we're walking on is like lots of bricks. It's actually 15 layers deep, these bricks are, to create the foundations of the Forbidden City here. When they first built this building, the Hall of Supreme Harmony, the first incarnation actually burnt down after only 100 days. It was struck by lightning. As you can see on the end of the roofs here, they have a number of dragons with their mouth open pointing up to the sky. Back then, they didn't realize that how lightning worked and striking the highest points. Now, obviously, there is a small lightning conductor on the top of that dragon to stop it ever happening again. But imagine that. You spend all this time building such an amazing building, and within 100 days, it actually burns down to the ground. And you can see these cauldrons everywhere as well. Back in the day, they were filled with water. And the reason they're filled with water is to help during fires, so the water was readily on hand if there ever was a fire. So they just go to those cauldrons full of water with their buckets and then take that to where the fire is. behind us by here is the Gate of Heavenly Purity. That marks a spot in the Forbidden City here between the outer palace, which is where we are now, and the inner palace, the other side of that gate. What that basically means is all the residential quarters is behind that wall over there. So that is where the emperor used to sleep, stay, and live, as well as all his concubines and everybody else that did used to live in the palace to serve on the emperor back in the day. We have decided to end that organised tour early. It's now 3 o'clock, well, almost 3 o'clock, and we've got a number of things we still want to do today. And like I said before we came into the Forbidden City, we only purchased those tickets for this tour because there was no remaining tickets to actually enter the Forbidden City. So the plan was to just go onto that tour as soon as we came into the Forbidden City to pretty much leave there and then. But the guide was pretty interesting, so that's why we stayed around for a bit. But we have got things to do. So what we're going to do now is walk up this central arcade to the north exit. We have been here before last year. We spent hours here last year. So we have got another video if you are interested. If you look at the 2024 trip, the Epic China trip, we were here for a long, long time. But like I said, we're going to head towards the North Gate. We're then going to leave the Forbidden City and go to Jingshan Park, which is just opposite the Forbidden City, walk up a little hill, and then you have a really great bird's eye view of the whole of the Forbidden City below our feet. And while we are walking to the end of the Forbidden City here, it might be a good time to tell you guys that I've written a travel guide to China. It contains everywhere we've been, not just on this trip, but on our previous trip back in 2024, when we visited Beijing, Xi'an, Shanghai, Chengdu, Guilin, Yangzhou, and finishing off in Hong Kong. It contains everywhere we stayed, all the attractions we visited, tips and tricks we learned along the way. It's a totally free download. You can click on the link in the description down below, or you can scan this QR code on the screen here to download it straight away. Like I said, it is 100% free. I won't even ask you for your email address. So behind me through there is the Imperial Gardens. Once we walk through the Imperial Gardens, that's where the north exit is. So we'll be out of here shortly. As you can see, it's got a lot busier here because everybody that is leaving the Forbidden City by the north entrance has now squeezed into this small section here. Very narrow alleys. Really nice looking as well. But we are going to be continuing to head to the north exit. We are now walking through the Gate of Divine Prowess. This is the exit on the north side of the Forbidden City. I can see Jingshan Park right ahead of us. We are going to go up there and climb right to the top of that hill. We are going to be walking along this path a little bit. We've got the moat to the Forbidden City on our right-hand side here. When we come to the end of this road, we will turn left, and that'll take us towards the entrance of Jingshan Park. I think from memory, it might only be about a 5-minute walk from here. We have got our tickets. An adult was 10 yuan, a child was 5 yuan. Virtually nothing, basically. We have made it into Jingshan Park after scanning our tickets to enter. We're now going to start walking uphill, which Holly is really, really happy about. Yeah, we're not going to be too long here. We just want to go and get that view of the Forbidden City below our feet. We're going to start turning left shortly to go up the hill in that direction. Last time we came here, there was virtually nobody walking up this road up to the top of the hill. And it was still pretty difficult to find slots against the fence to take photos of the Forbidden City below us. I think it's going to be next to impossible today. Just like I suspected, I think it's going to be virtually impossible to get a good photo with all these people. There is one spot higher than this, but I think we're not going to go up there because of the amount of people here. We've done what we wanted to do. We saw the Forbidden City below us. We're now going to head back down, get a DD taxi back to Qianmen area and get a very late lunch. I'm hoping we might be able to go into either Quan Jude, which is a Peking Duck restaurant, or a Qianmen Street, pardon my pronunciation, which is another Peking Duck restaurant, pretty much in the same location. So we'll see which one has got less crowd to go in, and if we can get a table, and then we'll eat there. We're about to leave Jingshan Park now. We're back where we came in. That was only a short, 20-minute trip around here, Holly? Now got to catch a DD taxi to go and get our lunch. So I've just ordered a DD taxi. It is, how far away is it? It's going to show me now. It's going to be a white car. It's currently 8 minutes away, so I'll be here in 8 minutes. The driver is finishing a previous job, and then I'll take us all the way to Qianmen, where we are hopefully going to have our very late lunch now. It's 10 to 4 in the afternoon. So we're in our taxi. The journey is going to be 3.5 kilometers, but because of the traffic, it's going to be 20 minutes before we get there. And the good thing about using DD via Alipay as well, it's just like Uber really. Shows you exactly where you are, how long it's going to be. It told us which car was picking us up. Ooh. We're turned into the other lane. It told us which car was going to be picking up, the exact location of it, and when it was going to arrive to pick us up as well. We're out of the taxi because the area we want to go to is actually pedestrianised. This is the nearest he could drop us off. So we've now got about another 4 or 5 minute walk to go to the area that we want to have our lunch. So this is Qianmen Street. As you can see, it's a huge pedestrian street here just to the south of Tiananmen Square. We're going to be going to Quan Jude, hopefully, which is just a bit further down on the left-hand side. Although I am worried, looking at all these people, we're not going to get a table. Those are very loud, as you can probably hear. Well, we've arrived at Quan Jude. Do you want to see the line? It starts all the way up there, comes all the way. So, I don't think we're going to be having Peking Duck tonight. We're going to try the other Peking Duck restaurant, Qianmen Street. I think it's over that way somewhere. Okay, that is where the other restaurant used to be. It's now closed down. So what we're going to do, we're not going to have roast duck. We're not going to have Peking Duck today. We're going to have some meat on a stick to tide us over until a little bit later when we'll get a proper meal. Yeah, so it's a meat on a stick and some tongue hulu. So here's our first bit of food. Some lamb on a stick. Shall we go over there somewhere to eat it? That was really nice. We're so hungry, we're going to go to a different store and buy another meat on a stick. Now, you're not going to believe this. We walked back down the road to get another meat on a stick for me and Holly, past Quan Jude, and there was zero queue outside. So we just came in to the restaurant and we've sat down straight away. JJ, thank you. So we have been sat down straight away. So maybe that queue was for this meal sitting, I don't know. because the room is pretty full, if you look here. Last time we came to this restaurant, we sat upstairs and we were looking down at this section. But yeah, I can't believe it. So we've come in, we've ordered ourselves a Peking duck, a roast duck. We've got, again, a whole duck for me and Holly, because we are pretty hungry. Got a couple of drinks, some pancakes, and some things to add to the Peking duck once we start wrapping. And one of the things about this restaurant as well, they come to your table and they slice that duck for you in front of you. So it's also a little bit of a show. So it looks like it's actually changed from last time, and all the times I've seen Quan Jude online, they always used to bring the duck to your table and they'd cut it in front of you. So then you know that you've had the whole duck. Now, it's just all these chefs, they're right at the very front, just all cutting in a row. So yeah, it's totally changed over the last 2 years. That was quite the novelty of coming here as well, them cutting it just right in front of you. Okay, we have got our first course. It's some sort of broth. Holly, what was it called? Tatsu. Tatsu. And this is made with the broth from the ducks. Let's see what it tastes like. Tastes good. Tastes a bit like duck. So this is what we have gone for. The peony-shaped roasted duck set menu. 426 yuan. Oh, it should be all that. Okay, thank you. So this is a certificate to say we're going to have a whole duck. This is the skin on what looks like some crisps. We are going to finish the whole duck though. So they've just brought, I don't know what, I hope they don't expect us to think that's the whole duck, because last time the whole duck was at least 4 times the amount of that. Okay, so they brought some more now, but that still doesn't look like a whole duck to me. Okay?
Right.
Yeah. First go. Ollie's just helping us out to the duck without wrapping it. Yeah. Thank you. So they have just brought us some more. And this is the duck's head to prove that we've had the whole duck. So I think we're just going to sit back and eat all this now. There's quite a lot of duck for 2 people, but I'm sure we'll manage, won't we, Holly? Yeah. Some scallions. So to check out and to pay our bill, we just scan the QR code on this here through Alipay. We go through to check our bill, and then I guess, click that. It's now verifying my bill. I will enter my PIN code into Alipay. This was 455 yuan, just for reference, which is about just slightly under £50. Anyway, that's it. We have now paid and we will leave. We'll see you outside shortly. Now look at all these people waiting. Now just look at all those people waiting for a table. I think we must have just been so lucky that we timed that right going in. Obviously, we missed all that huge queue that was waiting up when we first came here. Then it was totally empty. We walked straight in, walked straight to a table, and now there's a load of people waiting. So I think what we're going to do now, we're going to get dessert from this street. Me and Holly are going to have a tang hulu each. So that's the strawberries on a stick, coated in sugar. The time is currently 10 to 6. The Summer Palace closes at 8 tonight, but the last admittance is at 7 o'clock. It says it takes about 53 minutes to get on the metro to the Summer Palace stop. which means we're going to be cutting it really fine. So I don't actually think we will be going to the Summer Palace today. The same thing happened to us exactly 2 years ago when we came here and we wanted to go to the Summer Palace then. But our time at the Great Wall just took so long. The Summer Palace was closing just as we wanted to go there. So again, Holly, we don't get to experience the Summer Palace at all. But we still had a really good day here in Beijing. I really enjoyed the Forbidden City. It's good walking through Tiananmen Square with all the history that has there. We're just walking down Qianmen Street here now, looking for some Tang Hulu. I know there's Tang Hulu at the top where we came in, but because we're not going there anymore, we might as well walk down the street a little bit, Hol. While Holly's looking around Miniso for something for me to spend my money on, I don't think I enjoyed the roast duck as much as I did last time, if I'm honest. It wasn't very tasty. I don't know, it just didn't have as much flavour. I know duck isn't a very flavoursome meat to eat anyway, and it's always very fatty. I just don't think I enjoyed it as much. Last time we were here, I really did enjoy it. That's why we've come back to the same restaurant, so we could have it again if we had exactly the same place. The soup, to begin with, that start of the soup was really, really nice. I really enjoyed that, but the duck itself was quite plain. Anyways, I think I told you how much it cost, 400 and whatever. Yeah, so basically £50. But at least we've had it again now. The whole experience was totally different as well. Before, they come to your desk, like I was mentioning, to cut the duck. Now they just do it right at the front. Anyway, Holly, do you want anything yet? No?
Oh, yeah.
What? Yeah. So what do you want me to spend my money on?
No.
You sure? Okay. And she said it's fine now. That's because shortly we're going to go to a big shopping mall called the China World Mall. Is it China World Mall?
Yeah.
Which has got more JellyCats in there. This is going to be our dessert. We've got 2 Tang Hulus. It came, I think they were 20 each, so just over £2 each. And it's Holly's favourite food here in China. What are these ones like? We have walked to the end of Qianmen Street. We're now going to walk to Qianmen Station, get a metro, just a couple of stops to a shopping mall for Holly to look for some more JellyCats. It's only 1-point-something miles away, but according to Google Maps, it's going to be a 40-minute walk, so we're not going to walk there. I think because of all the issues with Qianmen Square, and you can't go that way, and you have to go all the way down there and round, etc. It just takes too long to walk. When we could just do a very quick journey on the subway, that's what we're going to do. So that is Qianmen Street. That back there, where we had our roast duck, where we had our tongue hulu, where we had our meat on a stick. Ahead of us, right in front of us, actually, I should say, is Qianmen Square. That's Qianmen Gate there. So Qianmen Square further that direction. But we can't go back there now. So we're on line 8 for 2 stops, so. It's going to get some tickets. We're going to click English, line 8. And we want, where are we? Jingyu Hutong. Oh, it's only 3 yuan. We have just arrived at Gao Mao station, and I know that's totally pronounced incorrectly. We decided to not go to the very first... Is this going up? Yeah. I decided not to go to the first JellyCat store, which is quite close. We've gone to the China World Mall, which according to the JellyCat website is an official store here. So we are hoping that Holly will finally get her Chinese exclusive JellyCats.
Matcha.
The matcha, was it strawberry matcha? Strawberry matcha exclusive JellyCat. She'll be happy, then I'll be happy because I won't be dragged around anywhere else looking for JellyCats on this trip.
That was the only one I wanted.
And there we are, the China World Mall. That building there is in a bit of a lights display. And the building I can see ahead of us over here, I refer to as the big pants building, or the big trouser building. And I'll show you why now. There you go, look at that. It looks like a big pair of trousers. So we didn't have any luck in that FEA Schwartz there, so we've now got a DD to take us to the next shopping mall that might have potentially exclusive JellyCats in. It's only 1.9 miles away. Would have been too much to walk and a bit of a hassle on the subway, so we might as well take a DD, a taxi. It's going to literally cost less than £2 to do it, about £1.30. So for that money, we get there in 11 minutes time. So we've just come to the next shopping mall, which says they've got JellyCats. Let's keep our fingers crossed they've got an exclusive one for Holly. No luck in there. We're now going to the next place. So we're really having no luck for poor little Holly. We're going to try one more place. And it is 9:05 now, so this will be our last place. Poor little thing. We decided to go back into that JellyCat store in SKPS behind us here. Holly was quite upset, so I've got her one anyway. But we're still going to try and go to one more place. Although it's now 17 minutes past 9. It's going to be 23 minutes getting there. It's going to be 20 to 10 by the time we do get there. So we've literally got 20 minutes or so. I don't think we're going to get anything else. But we've got to try. We have finished our expedition. More toys for Holly. Unfortunately, we did not have any luck. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get on the metro. We're going to head back to our hotel. It's going to take 58 minutes to get there. So in an hour's time, we'll be back in the hotel. We'll be ready for bed. It is currently 10:10, so we should get there 11:10. By the time we get to the hotel, maybe 11:20. It's been a really long day today, and I bet when you guys tuned in to watch this Beijing video, you didn't expect we'd spend the last 10 minutes looking for JellyCats. So we're going to take line 4 for 3 stops, get off, and then go on line 7 all the way to our hotel. We've just arrived at our final station. That's been about an hour since we got on the original train and then changed, then got on this one. We are both really tired. The time is now 24 minutes past 11 at night. Just going to scan out of the station now by putting our card in there. It then swallows it. And then we go through here. While we are walking out of the station, I know this is the end of the video, but it might be a good time to let you guys know that we have an Instagram channel. These videos normally take me weeks or even months to edit and upload to YouTube. So if you want to find out where we are, when we are, I post live story updates from our trips whenever we're traveling. So for example, for the last 14 days, I've done regular updates, story updates, showing exactly what we've been doing throughout all this time we've been traveling around China. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, you can find us at travelshorts. Promotional message over. And there's Holly. we are back in the hotel room. We're really tired, so that means we're going to end this video here. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. It's really appreciated. If you're new here, my name is Mark, along with my daughter Holly. We make travel and theme park videos from around the world, and if you've enjoyed watching this video, please think about liking, subscribing and hitting that notification bell button. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Next time on Travel Shorts China Adventure.